Hello buddies and Scallywags. Do you wish you could better understand the changing pull rates of the Scarlet Violet era? Well, I'm Obvious Scully, and today's obvious goal is to try and understand these pull rates using over 75,000 packs worth of data. The data we will be using for this analysis comes from the Game Capital.
There we go. To spank the packs into submission, Peturant EX SIR.
The Game Capital has many different streamers.
I'm doing everything for you.
Thank you.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I'm done.
Who open cards for people live on Twitch. The packs are bought through their stores online.
Any Giratinas yet? Alt arts? No.
Everything else? Yes. Oh.
And then they are open for the viewers.
Here we go. SIR Nimona.
Yes! Yes!
In a single stream, they can open over 3,000 packs. Furthermore, they document the pulls on their Discord, so we can easily go back through all of the breaks to see how many hits were in each break and how many packs were used to open those breaks. But why use so many packs? I see pull rate data all the time from marketplaces and YouTubers that use way less packs than you're using. To be clear, the best content creators explain this in their videos.
But before I jump into this, I do want to say, just as a disclaimer, we opened up like 2,000 packs, a little bit over than that. That is nowhere near enough of a sample size in order to get an accurate depiction of a breakdown when it comes to pull rates for individual cards.
So what is the right amount of packs? The real answer? The amount where the confidence interval for the pull rate is close to plus or minus 0. However, with extremely rare pulls, getting this confidence would take hundreds of thousands of packs. I consider a minimum sample size to be one that includes no less than 30 of each rarity pulled. What does that accomplish though? To demonstrate this, I will show the statistics change with each additional 1,000 Stellar Crown packs opened. As the sample size increases, the confidence interval narrows, making us more certain that the pull rates are close to our observed rates. When the confidence intervals overlap, the pull rates for different rarities or sets are likely similar. The more they diverge, the more likely the pull rates are different. A key metric is how many packs you need to open for a 90% chance of pulling a given rarity. This number helps you predict how much you need to spend to get a specific rarity. High sample sizes improve accuracy of this prediction. The biggest changes in both confidence interval and the 90% success rate occur with the highest rarity cards, both stabilizing as the sample size grows.
What a nerd.
Okay, now that I've shown my work, let's go ahead and get to those pull rates. The minimum sample of packs per set was 5,188 and the maximum was 10,002. The average sample size was 7,557 over the 10 sets. First, let's talk about what did not change between sets. The data showed that illustration rares had a pull rate between 12 and 14 for all sets. This meant that if you opened 29 packs of any set, you have a 90% chance of pulling an illustration rare. The pull rates for full art Pokemon cards were also similar throughout sets, with only Shrouded Fable, our set with the smallest sample size, having the largest predicted pull rate. This would likely decrease with a larger sample size. But even if it is correct, if you opened 60 packs of any of these sets, you would have a 90% chance of pulling a full art Pokemon. You may have noticed that Paldean Fates is missing. That's because Paldean Fates doesn't have any full art Pokemon in the normal set. Full art shiny Pokemon in the shiny vault, but the pull rates for these are significantly different and cannot really be compared with the other set. Now is when things start to diverge, and this is likely because of my methodology. I considered full art Pokemon and full art trainers to be two different rarities. In all likelihood, they are the exact same rarity. This is why Paldean Fates full art trainers are so much easier to pull, according to this data. It's because they're the only cards in that rarity, whereas in every other set, the rarity is split between Pokemon and full art trainers. And by splitting this into two different groups, I may have artificially made one look harder to pull than it should be. Okay, may is an understatement. After a bit of feedback, I did go back and look at the data as if full art Pokemon and trainers were the same data set. Do you see how Paldean Fates full art trainers, the only full arts in the normal set, have a pull rate of 1 in 15, and you should have a 90% chance of pulling one if you open 33 packs, that is the same rate for every other set if full art trainers and Pokemon are combined. So they are almost definitely the exact same rarity, but have different amounts to pull. Regardless, back to this idiot who hadn't figured that out yet. However, the desire for Pokemon or trainers is so unique to each collector that I think that it is reasonable to have these as two separate groups. Regardless, with the exception of Paldean Fates, there is about a 1 in 40 chance of pulling a full art trainer. However, this can equate to opening over 100 packs for a 90% chance of pulling a full art trainer. Now, however, is when things actually start to get different. In the first few sets of Scarlet and Violet, Golds had a pull rate of around 50. The Gold pull rate decreased to 1 in about 80 in Paradox Rift and Paldean Fates, and then in the following sets it neared 1 in 150. You can easily see how a lower pull rate decreases our confidence in where the actual mean is, with the confidence intervals being significantly larger in the sets with the much lower pull rates. A 90% chance of pulling these cards has gone from opening 100 packs to opening over 300 packs. Unfortunately, the pull rate for the most desired rarity of Pokemon card in the Scarlet Violet era has also decreased dramatically. In the first 4 sets, the pull rate was about 1 in 30. The next 2 sets, the pull rate decreased to about 1 in 45. In the 4 most recent sets, the pull rate is about 1 in 75. Though the pull rate of special illustration rares has gone from 1 in 30 to about 1 in 70, for a 90% chance of pulling a single one, you would have to open nearly 100 more packs. I hope you enjoyed this video and that the information was helpful. If it was, consider subscribing. I'll be making more videos like this in the future, including a video where I look at the price of buying a set as singles on release day versus a month later, and how much it would have cost to open those packs to get those cards. Have a wonderful day, buddies and Scullywags.